So WrestleMania 39 just happened and I'm here to get my thoughts on it. I am recording this right after the Raw after Mania, so maybe some of my opinions will be influenced by that, but I'm going to try to not talk about that at all as I go through this. So I'm just going to give my brief thoughts on all the matches, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, now overall I did really enjoy this WrestleMania. The finish to the whole thing did happen, but overall I still did really enjoy the whole thing. So I'll quickly go through all the matches. So, Austin Theory versus John Cena. It was mid, it was whatever, they did the bare minimum. Clearly John Cena is not going to go that hard because he has a bunch of other commitments to do, but it would have been nice to see Cena do a lot more, but whatever. I knew Austin Theory was probably going to go over, but it would have been cool if he won clean as well, but whatever. And then the showcase matches, I'm just gonna lump them both together here. I thought the men's one was actually pretty fun. And speaking of fun, Titus O'Neil has to be a permanent commentator. I'm just gonna be honest, especially over him. And he was on so much fun on the triple threat match for the Intercontinental title, which was probably my favorite match of the whole Mania. Seriously, Titus O'Neil just has such pure and genuine hype and energy that commentary teams need sometimes, and yeah, I would say make him a permanent commentator for sure. And then for the women's showcase match, which happened on night 2, it was a match that happened, I guess. When you're throwing a bunch of random women into random teams into a random match, of course it's not going to be the greatest, and they don't all have the chemistry that the men do, and so yeah, I don't know. Match was just whatever. So yeah, we move on. Now Seth vs Logan, that was a good match. Not really much to say other than just it was a really good match. Like, that's it, Oh, and of course KSI, who was super fun to see. I had a feeling it was him in the prime bottle, and it was awesome to see him get frog splashed on, and who knows, maybe KSI will make his official. Now the 6-woman tag team match, this I had a fun time watching. I really enjoyed this one, but I will say Damage Control absolutely should have won this match. I don't know what the booking is with Damage Control. It's so odd. It's so odd that they just cannot win anything. They really should have won this. It's Becky, Lita, and Trish. Like, they can easily lose a match. Like, who cares? Like, Damage Control needed that so badly, and I'm quite disappointed that they didn't win, but I still overall enjoyed the match, but they should have won. And then Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Once again, another amazing match. I really enjoyed it. The storytelling here was so good. It's just so good. Bad Bunny getting involved was also really fun. I can't wait to see what they're going to do at Backlash. I'm sure that match is going to be really fun as well. But yeah, seeing all of my Latinos in one storyline is amazing as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is probably one of my favorite matches of the whole event. We're closing in here on night 1, but Charlotte versus Rhea. Now, I know that there was a lot of talk about how this should be the main event or how this shouldn't be the main event. I personally believe that because of the story, it should not have been the main event. If they had much better build-up, they could have had an argument, but I don't really think that they should have, just because they had an amazing match. Because yes, they did have a great match. Thought it started off a bit slow, but they really picked it up and had a banger. But just because you have a great match does not mean that you can just main event. Like, is Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins gonna main event? No, of course not, but it's still a great match. Charlotte versus Rhea was a great match. Rhea rightfully won that match, and it's great to see her as a champion, and I can't wait to see what she's gonna do. And then the main event, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos. An incredible match. This was so good, and I'm so happy that Sami and KO won the tag team titles. The Usos have done an incredible job as tag team champions, but it was definitely their time to lose. It was probably someone else in the Bloodline's time to lose, but nonetheless, what an amazing match. I'm so happy for Sami and KO, and I'm sure they're going to do great things as a tag team. And the Usos, I'm sure they're going to do some cool stuff as well with the whole Bloodline stuff continuing on. And yeah, now before I fully move on to night 2, I do want to talk about the Miz stuff. Some people might not find this stuff kind of fun, but I really liked all this stuff. I thought it was hilarious. It was so awesome to see Pat McAfee again. I don't care about George Kittle. I really thought for WrestleMania in LA, they could have got someone who actually plays in LA, but whatever. But The Miz, I talked about The Miz in my last video. He's one of my favorites of all time. The Miz is such a selfless guy. He really does anything for the good of the company. Like, shout out to him. Shane McMahon returning was another surprise. It was also a surprise to see him tear his quads just like his father did, like father like son. And well, at least that led to one of the best moments at WrestleMania, which was Snoop Dogg hitting the people's elbow, probably the best people's elbow I've ever seen personally. The height he got on that was insane. retain. And yeah, overall I enjoyed these. I do wish that Bobby Lashley or LA Knight could have got a moment because they really deserve to get something in Mania. You know, Bobby Lashley just flexing his Andre the Giant trophy, you know, that's cool and all, but like, when has anyone really benefited from winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royale? Like there should be something much more than just a trophy that's rewarded to the winner, whether it's a title shot or something else, I don't know. But Bobby Lashley definitely should have had a match. LA Knight should have had a match as well, but for what we were given, I was okay with it because The Miz is super funny, he can pull off anything, and I still really enjoyed that, even if LA Knight and Bobby Lashley did deserve something as well. Now kicking off night 2, Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I knew this match was gonna open because Brock absolutely wanted to get out of there as fast as he could, and you know what, this match was a fun little match. I kind of figured that this match would be around like 5 minutes or so, and you know what, like I said, it was a fun little match. I honestly enjoyed it. I was kind of looking forward to this match, honestly, just to see what would happen, and I mean, I enjoyed it. They put Omos over, despite losing. Brock still looked great. I would have maybe liked another F5, but I'm not gonna have crazy demands though. And then I mentioned it before, but the Intercontinental Triple Threat match, this was easily my favorite match of the whole WrestleMania, honestly. These are the types of matches that I love. Gunther and Sheamus, they put on a match of the year contender at Clash of the Castle last year, probably my favorite match of the year, and it's no surprise that they put on another banger, especially when you add Drew McIntyre to the mix. I mean, of course it was going to be a banger, and yeah, hard-hitting battle. So happy that Gunther retained. I would have also loved if Sheamus retained as well, because that would have been awesome if he won the title for the first time ever at WrestleMania, but nonetheless, Gunther is gonna definitely break the Honky Tonks record, and I'm super hyped for it. Now, Bianca versus Asuka, I also really enjoyed this match. I thought this match was great. I wasn't really sure going into this match what exactly the result was going to be. On one hand, I thought, okay, maybe Asuka will finally be the one that can beat Bianca, but at the same time, Bianca is super hot right now, and right now she is now undefeated at WrestleMania. She is 3-0 there, so maybe they're building up a new WrestleMania streak after The Undertaker. I guess my main question is after this, who beats Bianca? Because she is honestly being like everyone pretty much, and I'm not really sure who else can go against her now that she's being Asuka. Maybe they'll have a rematch, maybe they can develop their story into something a lot better than what it was, because let's be honest, the build up to this and the build up to the Charlotte Rhea matches were both pretty bad, and hopefully Asuka and Bianca, if they do return to this, they can do a lot better with the story, because they had a great match, and I'm sure that they can put on many more matches with a greater story. Edge versus Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell. Well, I should say the Demon Finn Balor. This was a great match as well. It does suck what happened to Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. I'm sure that did kind of hamper with the time a little bit, but nonetheless, it was still a great match. This has been a really good feud. Even if it has been going on for a little bit long, I think it really ended on a great note. I do think that the Demon Finn Balor should have won this match though, if I'll be honest, because I really wanted to see Finn Balor get this huge moment at WrestleMania in Hell in a Cell against Edge. I mean, you can't really ask for anything bigger than that, but also with the story, it does make complete sense that Edge won this to finally get revenge on the Judgment Day. You know, he's vowed to do this for so many months and he finally did it, so I can't complain about that, and plus it's Edge. Like, how am I going to complain about Edge, really? Even though I wanted Finn Balor to win, I'm also happy with the result nonetheless, and I'm sure Finn Balor is going to do a lot of great things after this. And for the main event, gotta be honest, if it wasn't for the finish, this would have been my favorite match of the entire WrestleMania, but this finish really killed it for me. I really hated it. Listen, I really like the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. I think this is the best that Roman Reigns has ever been in his WWE career, but this is not how I wanted WrestleMania 39 to end. I really think that they should have pulled the trigger on Cody Rhodes, but I understand why they're doing this, even if I don't like it. They clearly want Roman Reigns to hit 1,000 days as champion, and I get it, just hit the accolade, just to say that you hit the accolade, like sure, why not do it, even though I don't think it's necessary, but whatever, because I think that Roman's story would be way better if he didn't hit 1,000 days. I think it would be way better if he just missed out on 1,000 days. That would make the bloodline crumbling even better as a whole story, but you know, whatever. And then the other reason that they're probably doing this is because they want Cody Rhodes to face some more adversity. I mean, Cody Rhodes has basically been undefeated, untouched since coming back to WWE, and so now he gets a bit of adversity. And after watching Raw After Mania, it really does seem like they're honing this down, that Cody has to overcome some adversity, so I'm for it. it, even though I really wish that Cody won at WrestleMania. I think that was a perfect time, but there's been a lot of perfect times for people to beat Roman, and look how that's turned out. And I don't know, I mean, when you're doing the same type of routine, the same type of finish in all of your matches, it gets really boring. And listen, Roman's a heel, he's gonna cheat, but at the same time, it's the same thing every single match. Like, the whole thing is just so repetitive, and you know, the commentators really need to hone down the point that Roman is not dominant. It is the bloodline that is dominant, because Roman would lose so many matches if he didn't have the bloodline by his side to help him win these matches. And I get it, they're calling him dominant because he's almost at 1,000 days as champion, but he's literally needed help for almost all of these matches. Like, imagine if JBL was champion for 1,000 days and people were calling him dominant. Like, would that really be believable? I don't think it would be. And plus, it's not even creative anymore when it's the same type of cheating, the same type of interference, the same ref bump every single match. I'll point to an example real quick. MJF against Bryan Danielson at AEW Revolution in the Iron Man match. MJF managed to cheat in so many different ways, but he managed to be creative with his cheating in every single way that he either attempted to cheat or did successfully cheat. And that is something that a real smart heel can do. When it's the same type of cheating every single match, it gets really repetitive and it gets really boring. And I think we're really at a point now where Roman either needs to find new ways of cheating or he just needs to win clean. But who knows if they're going to do that or if they're just going to continue doing this same stick. I would love to see Roman find new ways to cheat or even just a way to win clean, but I don't know. But yeah, with all of this in mind, I thought overall WrestleMania was a good event. I really did enjoy this. Even if the main event really soured on me, the whole thing was still good. I probably prefer night 1 over night 2. Night 2 had more of the matches that I was looking forward to, but I think night 1 on a whole was just more consistently better. And yeah, let me know what you thought of WrestleMania 39 down in the comments, and also let me know what other type of videos you want me to do, whether it's reality TV, wrestling, or total drama, or anything else that maybe you want to see. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.